Currently on Hypixel Skyblock, at the time of recording this, Mayor Aatrox is elected. He is more commonly known as the Slayer Mayor. This had me thinking about Slayers as a whole and kind of the state of where it's at. It also had me looking towards the future, being the new Bartender's Brewery. This certain community project has actually been finished for a very long time. It's been at 100% now for honestly a couple weeks, I believe, and it doesn't look like it's coming out immediately. They've said, so the admins have said a lot of reasons why this has been delayed. In fact, they said that they're working on something bigger, and when asked if it's going to be a new island or not, they said it is, but it isn't. Thanks, admins. I am now fully up to date on what's going on. I appreciate all the information. But seriously, though, we are going to be seeing a new Revenant Horror tier in the near future. As you can see at the top, upgrade the Bartender's Brewery, offering new drinks, and a new tier of Zombie Slayer. So this is really interesting because Slayers hasn't had an upgrade or a tweak, or it hasn't had anything done to it since it actually came out over a year ago now. And so the fact that they're adding a new zombie tier when the old Slayer update got absolutely, it got thrown out basically from what I heard. So the fact that they're adding a new zombie tier really has me thinking about how I can actually prepare for this. So today we're going to be talking about that in a few different sections. Some of those categories being just making sure your stats are up to date, your Slayer level, your armor, your weapon, as well as investing. We're going to try and cover those 4 categories today. So make sure you guys stick around and stay tuned to the end to make sure that you're as prepared as you can be for the next Revenant Horror tier. Before we get any further into the video though, right now we're on the road to 70,000 subscribers after recently hitting 60K. If you guys are not yet subscribed and you enjoy watching my content on a daily basis, then consider doing so. It doesn't cost you a single thing and you can change your mind at absolutely any time, and it helps me more than you'll ever know. Anyways, without further ado, let's see how we can prepare for the new Slayer update. The Bartender's Brewery has been a building that has been here for a while now. It's known as the Bartender's Brewery, and most players run downstairs, go into the basement, don't even take too much regard for the bartender up top due to the fact that, well, you don't need to brew potions anymore. So I really think that they're going to completely overhaul the potion system. So it might be smart to invest in some redstone lamps, maybe even some enchanted glowstone blocks, because I think they're going to redo the way potions work. I think there's going to be new potions that you can't get in the god potions, and I think you're going to need some of those materials to brew them. Obviously, everything I say in terms of investing, take as seriously as you would like. I have no other information that you don't. So it's a disclaimer, invest at your own risk. If you make a profit, great. If you don't, I'm not liable. Just putting that out there right now. But I believe that they're going to do so because the Bartender's Brewery and potions in general are just completely useless ever since they added god potions. So I would expect to see that. That's my first little tip. Down here at Maddox the Slayer in the Revenant Horror section, we're going to see Revenant Horror 5. I'm very excited for this because I've been killing Revenant Horror 4s for like way too long now, and as you can see, I'm level 9. So I'm very excited to see an update. What I believe is going to come in this update, well, it has to come. There's going to be actual items in tier 8 and 9 of the Revenant Horror or Zombie Slayer category. For those of you who don't know, all the Slayers have rewards up to level 7. After that, you only get extra HP and one little perk at level 8. Obviously, they said they were going to come back later on and add items. They've yet to do so, so I believe that they're going to. And this is another area where you can think of investing. So right now, the most expensive thing in the Zombie Slayer to craft is the Reaper Scythe. The Reaper Scythe requires 3 Reaper Falchions, a stack of Revenant Viscera, and a Scythe Blade. Right now, Revenant Flesh is, I'm pretty sure, 0 coins on the bazaar, like 0.1 coins. It costs absolutely nothing. And so I believe that just for a little bit after the update comes out, people are going to be rushing to buy it so they can upgrade their items, because no one is keeping Revenant Flesh on them. They've sold it all or just thrown it out because it holds no value at all. So investing right now for very little could pay off a lot. Even if each piece rose to like 4 coins, let's say you put 100 mil into that, you would honestly make so much money. It's kind of ridiculous. So Revenant Flesh, that's my first area I recommend investing, because Revenant Viscera is used for every high level drop, every single high level craft when it comes to the Zombie Slayer, as you can see here. That leads me on to my next thing to invest in, Enchanted String. Enchanted String has maintained a very low price for a good while now, and so when this update does drop and you need Revenant Viscera, Enchanted String is going to double or triple. I'm calling it right now. I've already invested in it. It's going to go up. That is without a doubt. That's the one I'm the most confident about, Enchanted String. So just a couple of things to invest in, but I'm also really excited to see what new items we might see from level 8 and level 9. Let me know if you have any ideas or predictions on what we might expect to see there in the comments down below, because honestly, I'm not trying to narrow down what I think is going to come. I'm hopeful for something interesting, and I think it's going to be that. So I'm just excited to see whatever they come up with. Right now, the admins are aware that most players now nowadays own the Superior Dragon set or something similar to it in terms of defense and health. Superior Dragon set is very useful when it comes to Slayers. Extra magic find, you're pretty tanky. You can take on any tier 4 Slayer in Superior quite safely. And so I believe that the admins are aware of this. So I'm expecting a much larger challenge from a tier 5 Revenant Horror. So that is why that leads me on to our next point, the armor and your weapon. So sure, sometimes you can use whatever weapon or armor set you want when fighting horrors right now. But I recommend investing or just bringing out your old Revenant set and trying to work the kills up on this. I believe that you're actually going to need some proper defense when you're trying to fight these zombies. And so what's awesome about the Revenant set, the more zombie kills you have in it, the more extra defense you have against zombies. It's a really cool set the way it upgrades like that, similar to the Tarantula armor set. So I recommend getting your hands on one of these, maybe even a more maxed out one, above like 100,000 kills. That way you have a lot of defense when a zombie hits you. Seriously, I can sit there AFK when a tier 4 is hitting me. So I think I'm still going to struggle a little bit against tier 5, if it is as hard as I think it's going to be. And that's going to be exciting. So you won't really be able to do it in Superior anymore. You're really going to need something like Revenant armor. So I recommend getting your hands on one of these sets if you don't have one already. Next is the sword. If you don't have a Reaper Falchion by now, I don't know what you're doing. This is like one of the best swords in the game when it comes to killing zombies. It does so much damage, it's off the charts. Deals 200% more damage to zombies and receives 20% less damage from zombies when held. It's just insane. I honestly think we're going to see an upgrade to the Reaper Falchion in the next tier. That's one of the things I'm predicting for level 8 and level 9 of the Zombie Slayer. So look out for that. Make sure you have a Reaper Falchion so you can upgrade it later on. I'm really excited to see what they do with this thing. I love this sword. It does so much damage. I need to upgrade it too, though. I haven't really showed this thing any love in a good while. As you can see, no recom, lacking a lot of enchants, and yeah, it needs some work. But nonetheless, so powerful. Make sure you have one. This is like the most important thing I'm going to say in this video. Probably one of the most obvious things that you should have to make sure when you're preparing for a Slayer's update is a level 100 wolf pet. They're very cheap nowadays. The reason why they're so overpowered is because you actually gain 30% more combat XP while you have this out. And for those of you who don't know, Slayers are spawned based on how much combat XP you gain from killing a certain type of mob. So for example, I think it's 4,800 zombie Slayer or combat XP from killing zombies. And so this actually speeds up the process by 30%, which is insane. So get your hands on level 100 wolf while they're cheap. I think they're going to spike again when that update drops. And then maybe have a black cat for a little bit of magic find when you're actually killing the boss. But otherwise, a wolf will do just fine. And just show you guys how cheap they are actually. I believe everyone has a level 100 wolf. It's one of the first level 100s I got, and most people do get. So if we go here, highest price, let's try and find the cheapest level 100. And right here, here's a level 100, 19 mil. This one here, 20. One without candy, actually 23. So yeah, as you can see, you can find them for less than 20 million coins. And you can also find some lower level ones too. Like here's a level, level 20 common. Jeez, someone's asking for a high price. Level 89 for 10 mil. That's half the price, and it's level 89, so that'll already get you a good start, and then you can level it up while you're doing Slayers. But get your hands on the wolf pet. It's the best thing for Slayers, man. Besides these items, the only other thing that you can really do to prepare is make sure you level up your forging skill and your combat skill, so you can actually do more damage and survive a little bit longer, and maybe even level up fishing and farming for your health. Everything kind of ties into each other in Hypixel Skyblock, and that's one of my favorite parts about the game. Every part of the game relates to another, and I think that's one of the best things about this this game mode and why I really enjoy it so much. Nonetheless, though, those are my ways on how you can prepare for this update. Hopefully, you guys are prepared when it comes out, and maybe even dabble in a little bit of investing. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Completely up to you, though. I'm going to do it myself, and I'll maybe if I make a lot of money, you'll see that in a future video. Nonetheless, though, if you guys are new around here, consider subscribing. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and if you guys are excited for the new Zombie Slayer tier. Anyways, without further ado, that's going to be it for me today. Join my Discord, link down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you there. All right, peace out.